Live from the tank on the College of Staten Island campus, this is ECC basketball as today the College of Staten Island Dolphins play host to the D'Youville University women's basketball team. Nick Durst here on the call today, joined in a little bit by Joe Foreman. We're actually up in the bleachers today. Had a bit of a power issue down at the table, so we're getting ready for not one but two games this afternoon. So the starters are being introduced, so let me give you those starters right now. First for D'Youville, their head coach is Kelly Broderick, and here's their starting five. Number 10, the senior Anna Jankovic. Number 11, the freshman Allie Hall. Number 15, the freshman Olivia Valone Russell. Number 25, the junior Morgan Gian Contarino. And number 23, the senior Sophie Fugelsang. Now for your CSI Dolphins, our head coach, Coach Nicole Sarcone. The graduate student, the 1,000-point scorer, Amber Abusper. The junior guard, Dana Phelan. The graduate student, the forward, Alexa Carollo. The senior 1,000-point scorer, Jenelise Alarcon, and the senior forward, Noemia Masinge. We're getting set here for the tip-off. And the game is about to begin. Two games here this afternoon in the tank. Women first, followed by the men. Dolphins wearing their alternate black uniforms, D'Youville in gray. Once again, Nick Durst here. Joe Foreman to join us in a little bit. And time for tip-off. Alarcon and Fugelsang to jump, and Alarcon wins the tip. It's actually Allie Hall who took the tip for D'Youville. Abusper now shouting out the play to her left. Looking, passing it to Phelan. Phelan to her right, and call for the travel. Or a blocking foul, rather. Excuse me. We're calling the game from up in the stands today, so a little harder for us to see. Russell with the ball for D'Youville, gives it up to Fugelsang. Fugelsang is stripped by Alarcon. And foul against Fugelsang. So, Dolphins ball. Abusper running the point for the Dolphins. Over to Alarcon, over to Masinge. Masinge back to Phelan, coming off a career high in points per game on Friday night. Inside to Alarcon. Alarcon into the corner for Carollo. Carollo to Abusper. 8 on the shot clock. Abusper behind the back. Pull up off the mark. Rebounded by D'Youville. The pass ahead to Fugelsang is rejected there, as it was actually Gian Catarino who got swatted there defensively by Masinge. So 23 in the shot clock, driving. Layup attempt is good there by Fugelsang. No, excuse me, Jankovic. Very hard to see from our vantage point, the numbers up here. Alarcon now to Phelan for a deep three. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Russell. Russell now, and three-point attempt off the mark by Fugelsang. Rebounded, though, and put back up, but off the mark there by D'Youville. It was Allie Hall with the rebound there. Another power issue here. You missed an Amber Abusper 2 and a Dana Phelan 2. 4-2 now. The Dolphins ahead. Sorry for the issues, the technical difficulties, but the power is beyond our control here in the tank today. Fugelsang driving to her left, kicks it back up top for the 2-point attempt that is banked in by Allie Hall. Abusper now to Alarcon. Alarcon to Phelan. Phelan back to Abusper. Abusper to Phelan. Phelan's three-pointer. It's good. Phelan from way downtown knocks down the three. 7-4 right now. Dolphins ahead with 6:39 left in the first quarter. Fugelsang guarded by Masinge. Gives it up to her teammate. Gets it back though. And she's looking to get it inside, and she does. An amazing move there by Jankovic with the defender draped all over her to score. Abusper now to Masinge. Masinge to Alarcon to Phelan. Phelan looking for the screen from Alarcon. Dish it to Masinge. Masinge back to Alarcon over to Carollo. Now to Abusper. Abusper driving and lays it off the glass. No good. Back the other way fast was D'Youville, and Dana Phelan intercepts the pass for the steal. Masinge now at the ball, and she gives it up to Abusper. Abusper driving to the basket, and her layup attempt is good. So some good ball movement there by the Dolphins. 9-6 lead. Fugelsang with the ball now, guarded by Alarcon. She pulls up for two, and it's good. Nice shot there by Sophie Fugelsang. Fugelsang makes the point. 9-8 game. Shot attempt there is an air ball. Brought in by Masinge. Masinge lays it up and in. 11-8. Shot attempt there off the mark by Gian Caterino, but rebounded and put back up by D'Youville not once but twice by two different players. And Masinge comes away with the rebound. Carollo dribbling to the basket, backing down the defender Fugelsang. She puts up a shot, and she is fouled. So Carollo will go to the free throw line. We will have a media timeout, so we'll step aside here and we return to the tank. More action here. Keep it locked on the ACC network as the Dolphins are ahead, 11-8. Back here in the tank, Carollo's first free throw is good. So the Dolphins ahead 12-8 right now. Getting off to a nice offensive start. Second free throw, also good. And ball moving around now by D'Youville, and we have a travel by Russell. So it'll be a turnover and Dolphins ball. Phelan to inbound. And then Abusper with the ball now. Takes two screens, gets to the basket, kicks out to Carollo. Her three-point attempt off the mark. And almost rebounded there by Haggett, who checked into the game for Alarcon. Russell now with the ball, kicks it over to Hall, back to Gian Caterino, and she banks it in. Nice job there by Morgan going to the rim. Haggett now to the basket, under the basket. And she gets stripped, loses the ball. That ball ends up out of bounds. And for the moment, looks like it is going to remain Dolphins basketball. 3:38 left here in the first quarter. 13-10 game. It's a foul against Costillal Larriere for D'Youville. Phelan to Bousbert, 15 on the shot clock. Carollo coming to potentially give a screen. Bousbert goes the other way. Behind the head pass to Carollo, now to Haggett. Haggett dribbling, 5 on the shot clock. Carollo to the basket with 3. Puts up the shot off the mark. And the long outlet pass there to Gian Caterino was off the mark. And the ball ends up going off the Dolphins out of bounds. Russell inbounding to Jankovic. Jankovic now to Gian Caterino. Gian Caterino moves it around. The ball finds Costillal Larriere's hands, and she double dribbles. Bousbert now back the other way. 13-10 game, 2:50 left in the first quarter. Phelan gets the loose ball, puts up a crazy layup attempt, which is off the mark. D'Youville now with the ball. Jankovic gives it up to Russell. Russell now to Gian Caterino, who finds the wide open Costillal Larriere, whose shot is off the mark and goes out of bounds. Alarcon's going to check in now for Masinghe. Allie Hall comes back in the game for D'Youville for Jankovic. .220 in the first. Phelan to Carollo. Carollo was looking for Alarcon, who was fouled underneath. That's going to be the 5th foul against D'Youville. Inbound pass to Carollo. Carollo now to Bousbert. Bousbert to Haggett. Haggett inside to Carollo, who kicks it out to Alarcon for 3. Off the mark. Russell with the ball for D'Youville, guarded by Bousbert. Couple of crossovers, gives it up to Gian Caterino, who then gives it to Fedor, whose layup is off the mark. Fedor, Alarcon, Carollo, all going in there for the ball. Jump ball is called. Hall was in there as well, so that's going to maintain possession for D'Youville with the possession arrow. Phelan to the bench now with Weesey checking in for the Dolphins. Hall to Gian Caterino inside for the layup attempt there, which was off the mark by Fedor. Weesey in the front court over to Bousbert, who double dribbles, or it's called for the travel rather. Russell now. With the ball to Gian Caterino in the corner, and it gets back to Russell. Russell feeding it inside to Hall. Hall's left-handed layup attempt through the traffic is good. 13-12 game right now, 1-point game. Haggett to Bousbert. Bousbert thought about the 3 for a second. Calls up the play with 20 on the shot clock. Gives it to Weesey. Weesey with 1 minute left in the first quarter. Feeds it to Carollo, whose 3-pointer is good. Carollo knocking down the 3 from downtown. 16-12 game. Russell looking to find an opening. Takes a 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Weesey. Weesey to Bousbert. 37 on the game clock. 27 on the shot clock. Dolphins will make this shot count here. Perhaps their last of the quarter. Abusper with the ball. 13 on the shot clock. Abusper to the basket. Puts up a layup off the backboard, and it's good. Nice little move there by Abusper. Russell had to throw it all the way to half court. No one was there for her to inbound it. Now she's got the ball with 2 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3, rattles off the rim, rebounded by Alarcon. And the first quarter comes to an end. At the end of the first quarter, the Dolphins are ahead, 18-12 over D'Youville. Keep it locked right here on the ECC Network.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials, live music, and the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dining order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
For tip-off, Nick brought you through the first quarter. He is still with me for the second. As Madison Haggett draws a foul on that drive, she will head to the line.
Joe, what you'll realize from up here is it's very difficult to see the numbers from up here, especially with some of the girls who have the longer hair.
Yeah, one of many downsides to being further from the court, but I'm just thankful we were able to get on the air today. And I think, unfortunately, this is going to be a permanent move for now, as the power supply on our side of the gym just has not cooperated for the last month. So we'll be up here for the foreseeable future.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
As Haggett gets the free throw to roll in. That means you and I will be the TLC Physical Therapy halftime report. The backdrop is coming up at halftime, and you and I will stand in front of the backdrop and do the halftime report.
I'm sure Coach Tibbs will come up the stairs. He's got to come up anyway. Post-game, if they win, somebody will be in a good enough mood to come upstairs.
Let's hope so.
Maybe next game, you got to move stats back across the way, and we could set the stats test.
The issue is with the entire gym. We just happen to be using heavy-duty equipment for the broadcast. As Alarcon doesn't get the roll on that shot, we see offensive board, but that's off the bottom of the rim. Following the 2 Haggett free throws, the Dolphins force the Saints turnover. D'Youville with it now at the offensive end of the floor for the first time, and they turn it over again.
Good start to the game for the Dolphins, which has been something that has troubled them a lot this season, Joe, especially at home, falling behind early and having to make a big run to come close in the fourth quarter.
We said it last game. Don't count this Dolphins team out when they fall behind, but obviously they would like to get off to stronger starts and not have to play from behind in the second half of many games. Alarcon finds Abusper. Now Kirolo. No good from 3. And the rebound was pulled in by Ruhlman. Corner 3 on its way. In and out on the attempt from the corner. Shot fake on the perimeter. Ball back up top. On the drive, Jankovic, bounce pass into the middle. And Gian Caterino converts through the contact, count it, and 1.
Nice shot by Hare to take the contact, to kind of fade away and loop around with the right hand to score. Mia Fuller going to check in for the Dolphins right now. Haggett to the bench. The free throw upcoming right now for Gian Caterino. And that free throw is good. Abusper. Now back the other way. She gives the ball to Weesey. Weesey's pass to Alarcon goes over her head, but Abusper picks it up. She gives it over to Carollo. Carollo now to Abusper. Good defense by D'Youville. Carollo to Abusper. Her three-pointer is off the mark. Rebounded by D'Youville, Jay.
Here comes Jankovic back the other way. Sean Caterino open, and it goes in and out. Carollo snatches the rebound away, and here come the Dolphins. Abusper around the back will wait for her teammates. She finds Weesey. Weesey on the drive, scoop layup, and she draws the foul. And Nick, speaking of Amber Abusper, we came on just moments after the presentation was completed, but she did receive a 1,000-point ball before today's game, and obviously Jenelise Alarcon received one before the last game.
Great job at both of them, 1,000-point scorers, and Abusper did what nobody's ever done before, 1,000-point scorer in their first career game as a Dolphin.
Keep in mind, obviously, Amber played multiple years collegiately elsewhere, joining the Dolphins this year.
Yeah, she played college ball in Ohio, and that's somewhere that you might end up in the future, Jim.
Could be. Depends on what the income tax is over there.
Too cold for me in Ohio.
Yeah, I have to live in a state with no income tax.
Well,
At least no sales
You're certainly
tax.
living in the wrong one right now.
Yeah, well, New Jersey's not great either. On the drive, pull-up jumper, a bit short by Costolarier, and the Dolphins have the rebound. Here comes Mia Fuller.
Fuller has seen her minutes increase game after game with her great defensive effort.
Alarcon into the corner, and she commits the charge. Costolarier draws the charge. And we've seen that for the Dolphins throughout the season. They've at times been plagued by offensive fouls, whether it's of the moving screen variety or of the charging variety. I think the calling card for this team so far this year has been their defense. Their defense has kept them in just about every game.
Defense has been strong, and that's why most of these games have been close into the fourth quarter.
I think we've seen the loss of some outside shooters from last year's team really hurt them this year in terms of their shooting numbers, but defensively, the effort has been there, and it's been noticeable on the scoreboard. Also in the record column as they come in 5-4. 6 to shoot now for D'Youville. Ruhlman tried to feed it inside, and that is not a good foul. Fuglsang drew the contact on that entry pass, and D'Youville will get a 20-second shot clock. Jankovic wide open, but Masinge with good hands to strip the ball away. That leaves D'Youville with 10 to shoot, and once again they travel.
Lots of travels happen here for these early games in the tank.
Dolphins by 6 with 6:41 to go in this first half. Fuller over to Weesey. That pass to Masinge was tipped. Now Weesey from Phelan. Off the mark from 3. Fuller with the rebound. She attacks the rim and gets the lay-in.
Nice offensive board there by Fuller, and then is able to squeeze through 2 defenders to lay it in.
Jankovic on the drive, tried to float it up over Masinge, and Nick, there it is again. Noemia draws another charge.
She's the best at doing that. You see it time and time again throughout the season. Masinge, a gritty player who is willing to do the dirty work.
Madison Haggett will check in for the Dolphins as Dorothy Weesey heads to the bench. Phelan on the wing has Masinge. Now Phelan up top. She drives, and her shot off the window is no good. Rebound pulled in by Fuglsang.
May have gotten away with a few steps there.
Woman kicks out to Fuglsang. Now Jankovic on the drive, That was Valone Russell. Kick out into the corner and an air ball by Jankovic. Curolo for Fuller. And Nick, we've seen Fuller's minutes go up a bit lately as Haggett is too strong on the three.
Yeah, I was saying that a few minutes ago. Her great defensive pressure late in games, even in some garbage time, has led to her increasing minutes throughout the game. She plays good defense and is able to get to the rim.
Kick out to Valone Russell. No good on the three, and a big rebound by Masinge. And you and Nick brought it up when the Dolphins were down late in the game earlier this season. I don't recall what game that was. I want to say the Holy Family game, perhaps.
Yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving, Tuesday night.
So maybe that wasn't the Holy Family game as Carollo banks it in, but Dolphins were down late. It might have been Dominican. It was the Dominican game on the 26th. But the Dolphins were down late, and players like Fuller got some more minutes in that game late.
Couple of steals within the last 30 seconds.
Well, the last of those, as that three is good by Ruhlman, but the last of those steals came when I think the Chargers had eased up. But it still counts all the same in the stat sheet. Fuller brings it up here. Now Phelan on the wing, 20 on the shot clock, and Phelan with the long three is a bit too strong. Rebound was pulled in by Fedor.
Carollo tried to save that there, but as she was going out of bounds, the ball found Jankovic's hands.
Ruhlman kicks out. Three-pointer on the way. Fuglsang no good. And Phelan has the rebound. Fuller. No good from three. A lot of quick possessions for both teams here in the second quarter. And again, Jankovic puts up the shot and knocks it down, a deep two.
Big shot there for her to make this a 5-point game, 2-possession game. And Joe, we're going to give a shout out to our guy who's sitting behind our usual commentary desk, B. Ford. He's very disappointed. We're so far behind him now.
He said hello when I went down to get the rest of our equipment for up here, but unfortunately, we will be behind the spectators for the foreseeable future until we can figure out exactly what the issue is downstairs. But still happy to be here nonetheless, and the Dolphins have to be pleased with this start. They are out to a 5-point lead with 3:21 to go in the second quarter.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials, live music, and the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
.321 to go in the second quarter. Dolphins lead the Saints by 5. Jankovic with it now. She drops it off to Valone Russell. 18 to shoot. And that pass too high for Jankovic.
Nice job there by our statistician Joe Calabrese, feeding the ball to Dana Phelan after we're out of bounds to get things set for the inbound.
So I was downstairs behind the stats desk for the first quarter, listening in, and Nick, Joe has come a very long way since night one of the season.
Well, they call him Front Row Joe for a reason, right? He's in the front row and he knows what's going on.
Shot by Masinge, no good, and Jankovic has it.
So you got a full vote of confidence in Joe now?
I'd say so. Sounded pretty good.
All right, so Joe was never the issue then, perhaps.
Oh, shots fired. as Fuller has the steal.
Another steal for Fuller.
Fuller right to the basket, can't finish the layup.
Would have been a tough finish there for Fuller.
Valone Russell with it. She hands off to Giancaterino. Those multiple syllable Italian last names, Nick, really tough.
Would you say her last name is harder to pronounce or Isabella's last name?
Well, Isabella's in the pronunciation guide.
Right.
So would you say
I would say
Giancaterino or Giancaterino?
I would say Giancaterino.
Yeah, I'm equally Italian and Irish, but I do not look Italian at all. This is Abus Bear on the kick out. Fuller, head fake. Bounce pass inside. A nice feed sets up Weesey for two.
Excellent pass there to find it where all Weesey had to do was put her arm up where the basket was going to go.
Dolphins in front by 7. Jankovic on the wing. 15 to shoot. Now Valone Russell up top. And the three-pointer is off the back iron, no good by Costolarier. Abu Spare will slow it back down as the Dolphins get into their half-court set. Phelan open for three. Splash.
Downtown Dana with another three-pointer.
Dolphins in front by double digits. They lead by 10 with just over a minute to go in the first half. Costolarier travels, and turnovers continue to pile up for the Saints. That's their 12th.
Dolphins taking advantage so far this afternoon. So I got to ask you, what do you think of the assistant coach's jackets for the Dolphins? The opposite of the men's team with the black, but still the white sleeves.
You know, I think depending on my mood, I could go for the blue or the black.
I think the blue is better.
I think the blue is typically most associated with our athletics program, but the black does have a different air. Like I
like the black jerseys, but I think
I do like the black
coaches'
jerseys.
jackets. I think with the blue and white looks a little nicer.
I think the black jacket projects more of a, I don't know,
referee look.
No, I'd say a more serious aura from the bench. I think that's fitting.
They are serious and all about the business.
I love both. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go with the blue.
All right, coming soon, we think.
To be fair, though, the blue, that thing is one stain away from me obsessing over a small mark.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch out with your mustard and the pretzels.
Phelan's three-way short, and the shot clock was not running.
Yeah, I was wondering how they got the shot off with the three, and
the shot
clock never went.
Was not moving. Just over 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. 0.3 of a second was the difference between shot and game clock, but with the clock not starting at the end of that last possession, they'll readjust the time remaining.
With us being up here, Joe, at some point maybe we can go a little Inception and get Big Mike to film Patty two cams to see the master at work.
Behind the scenes.
Patty stretching out his arms after every play. He's very laboring here.
We have nicknames everywhere. Patty two cams, Big Mike, Foreman Osborne. What's yours?
Nick, the ultimate nickname.
Nick.
Joey Couch, front row Joe.
Just don't Nick roll us.
The boss Pavona down there.
The boss Pavona. I'll run that by him, see how he feels about it. Saints have it down 10, 17 seconds to go, second quarter. Jankovic is defended by Phelan. She will use the Fuglsang screen, kick out. On the drive, Giancaterino is able to bank it in. 5 seconds to go. Abu Spare up the floor to Phelan. From almost half court, and that rolls off the rim. That one awfully close.
That's who you want shooting it there, with the way she's been shooting, and that almost went down.
Phelan nearly got that to go from way downtown to end the first half, but that shot brings the second quarter to a close with the Dolphins leading 30-22. When we come back, second half from the tank, and Just a few minutes before that, Nick and I will bring you the TLC Physical Therapy halftime report.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball on my lap. From that moment on, you never left me. Growing up in a small village in upstate New York, 2 miles from the Canadian border, you were my constant go-to for fun and entertainment. No matter if there was 3 feet of snow or the sun was scorching hot, I always found a way to be with you as you brought me so much joy. As a child, you always had a way of bringing the neighborhood kids together. Every day we would find our way to the circular paved patio I had in my yard with an 8-foot rim nailed to a tree. It wasn't the classiest court to play on, but it worked for us, and it's where my passion for you began. Little did I know you would take my friends and family on a journey of a lifetime. It was from you where I learned to be brave, courageous, and adventurous, that if I stuck with it through my moments of failure, disappointment, and heartache, I could achieve anything I'd put my mind to. Like attending Duke University on a full scholarship where I was able to surround myself in greatness both in the classroom and on the court. It is here where I truly learned how to step out of my comfort zone and discover what I was made of, refusing to let my insecurities and fears hold me back. Gail Gestencourse and her incredible staff, along with my teammates, gave me a family away from home that I could have never dreamt of as a little girl. The ACC championships, the NCAA tournaments, including the national championship game in 1999, cannot match the friendships and relationships I developed because of basketball. See, I find it to be the relationships that we develop through our sports participation that are in fact the most meaningful and memorable. Basketball, you have given me a life team that I can never repay you for. You have supplied me with a platform that allows me to give back, to inspire, motivate, encourage individuals to go after their passions, to push through their failures and be fearless in stepping out of their comfort zones. It was because of you I was able to start my first company with co-founder Colleen Healy from UConn Women's Basketball called Orca Leadership. Orca standing for opportunity, resilience, contribution, and accountability. All 4 pillars we learned from playing your game. Even further, we were able to start up our own academy called Beyond the Game Academy, helping athletes across the country reach their dreams. I could have never imagined this life, and I have you to thank. Thank you, basketball.
The opportunities that basketball provided for me has been crazy. Being able to travel all over the world, to even a different country, just being able to meet so many different people and build so many different relationships has definitely just opened so many doors for me.
Opportunities that basketball has provided me, just to meet a lot of people, travel a lot of places, around the world and also around the country. It's just, a great experience to make me a more well-rounded person.
Just being able to learn from my teammates, learning really what sacrifice is about, learning about hard work, just being a part of a team, having that support group, having somebody that's there to support you no matter what. It's been great.
Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities. Obviously, just traveling and coming here, this is special. And we went to Spain over the summer, and I had never been out the country before that, so it was special. And obviously, just giving me a free education. It's a big thing, and I'm glad basketball has been able to do it for me.
It's provided a lot of opportunities, provided me to get a college degree, travel places that I never thought
travel to and just meet new people.
I'd say basketball has just provided me with a variety of opportunities. I mean, just the connections that I made in the Purdue community, and kind of just growing as a player and as a person has. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to have all these opportunities.
Dear basketball, since I was a kid, you have always been a way for me to clear my mind of everything going on in life and just have fun playing and competing. You led me to CNU, where I've become a part of a close-knit basketball family. You've let me build relationships with my brothers that not many people get to experience, and these relationships have been able to grow and will certainly last a lifetime. You have taught me that this sport is more than getting the best stats or winning the most games, but it's about enjoying the experience, making a difference in the community, and always competing at my highest level. Through great leadership from Coach K and other coaches, you have given me top-of-the-line resources to learn not only about the game, but about life and being a man of integrity and humility. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the memories that I will have for the rest of my life.
College basketball has provided me with a platform to not only have fun on the court and be around some amazing teammates, but also kind of supplement academics with just another side of the Notre Dame experience, because sports are such an important part of the tradition there, and being a part of the Notre Dame sports tradition in any way is just an incredible honor. It's amazing. I mean, just being here all week, there's just so much recognition for such an amazing sport and such amazing teams that are here, and to be a part of that in any small way is just incredible, and I'm so lucky to be here. Just the value of determination, perseverance, and self-confidence in getting where you want to go in life. I've definitely learned a lot being around a team of such strong, inspiring women, and I can only hope to emulate their talent on the basketball court and other parts of my life. I'm a computer science major in Notre Dame's College of Engineering, and I was really drawn to it because I've always kind of loved math and science, and it's a really fun way to apply problem-solving skills to different situations, especially in today's day and age where technology is becoming such an integral part of society. Just figuring out different ways I can contribute to that, I'm really excited to see where it'll take me in the future. I mean, I think just the general mindset of approaching something from how can I solve this in not only the best way but the most efficient way, because there's a big emphasis on that in a lot of my classes, and just kind of seeing how the sports world and the academic world can overlap, even with just the GPS things that we wear during practice to keep track of how hard we're working. Just the technology behind that is super interesting to me also. When I first came to campus, I was hoping to get involved in the women's basketball program in some way, and I applied to be a manager, and I thought that would be an awesome opportunity, super excited. And then I got an email about walk-on tryouts. I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to go meet other girls to play pickup with. I had no idea it would lead to any of this, trust me, but I'm so glad it has. And after that, that's how I met some of the women's basketball people and how I got connected to be a team manager for the program. So I started doing that first semester of my freshman year, and then, as you probably know the story, last year with the 4 ACL tears, they just needed another practice player kind of thing. So I turned from a manager to a walk-on and got the opportunity to go in some games, just help the team out any way I could. And that was an incredible ride, obviously ending with the championship last season, which was amazing. And then same thing this year, kind of just some injuries happened and they needed someone to step up. So, I mean, I'm here to be whatever they need me to be, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this program in any way. Kind of going between the manager and walk-on role, I mean, it is a different type of thing I'm doing, but it's still being around the same girls every day and just being around the team. And for me, that was such a valuable thing. And again, I guess my passion for basketball and how much I just love the sport kind of made that seem easy. Not really something I thought about a ton, just because every day it wasn't about what I could do. It was just about kind of getting out and playing the game I love every day and just being around it in any way.
Basketball has given me everything in my life. It's given me a chance to get a college education. It gives my families to take trips to these cool tournaments we go to, and most importantly, my relationships with the people I've met throughout the years, and Coach Izzo down to my junior high coach. It's provided me with great relationships with teammates and guys that I'll be talking to for the rest of my life.
Basketball has provided me with just obviously the education portion of it is huge, and also just the relationships I was able to build with my teammates, guys on different teams that go to my school, like the football team and the soccer team. There's also just the relationships that I'm able to build outside of, athletics, and that's just, I believe that's huge, just being able to go and meet new people especially at a big university like Ohio State, and just kind of get your network around and just see the way different people think and react to things.
I'd say basketball provided me with, I guess, the opportunity just to be around good people and meet people that can help me in life and give me a free education and be able to somewhat set myself up for a better life.
It has offered me opportunity to go to college, to leave my hometown, travel the world, build outstanding relationships and friendships. I'm forever grateful and owe a lot of gratitude to the game of basketball and to God for putting the basketball in my hands. So basketball has really blessed me a lot.
And we are back for the TLC Physical Therapy Halftime Report. Joe Foreman here with you alongside Nick Durst. And Nick, the Dolphins get off to a strong start in this game. That's something that's been a challenge for them for much of the year. What did you like that you saw from the Dolphins in that first half?
Well, I'm definitely liking the first time you and I are on camera together the host season.
You know, it has been a long time.
First time, but what I liked in the first half is that Dana Phelan has continued her aggressiveness. Downtown Dana shooting the three-pointer very well, almost knocked one down from half court, but she has 7 points in this game. She's been great. And overall, the Dolphins have been really aggressive on defense, which has propelled them through 8-point lead in the first half. The first time in a while here at home they go into halftime with a lead.
Well, the Dolphins' defense has been great for much of this season, as we mentioned during the second quarter. And Coach Sarcone mentioned that during her interview with you during our last TLC Physical Therapy Halftime Report on Friday. She's really liked what she's seen from this team defensively all season, and that's been enough to keep them in every game.
Yeah, and the person leading the way defensively, obviously, generally is Alarcon, 3-time Defensive Player of the Week. But Noemi Masinghe, what a difference when she's in the lineup, Joe, not being hurt anymore. She's drawing charges, she's blocking shots, she's getting steals. Masinghe, unquestionably, one of the best, most gritty defenders in the conference.
No question about it. She does a great job around the basket, intimidating shots and drawing charges. But the Dolphins have been very active in the passing lanes as well. You love to see that. And one player who we mentioned before that's been great at that is Mia Fuller. She's seen an increase in minutes these last few games. The Dolphins still without Kyra Rose. Were previously without Noemi Masinghe. Fuller has obviously stepped up. What other Dolphins have you liked that you've seen step up, and what have you liked from Fuller?
Fuller, I really like her effort. It's max effort all the time. She gets the steal. She's getting to the basket as well. Phelan actually had a steal before. She's more known for her offense, but she's playing very well defensively. Haggett's getting in the passing lanes as well. So overall, just really like the way that this unit is playing. And let's give some praise to Carollo, who has a few big three-pointers in this game, and she's playing really well underneath with some big rebounds as well.
And we've seen that in other games from Carollo. Obviously, she has the ability to knock down the three-point shot, but she also has the length on the interior to alter shots from the opposing bigs, and we saw that in CSI's game a couple of games back, and then again in their last game against Damon. That being said, in the game against the Wildcats, Damon did such a great job getting that switch around the basket where they would set some off-ball screens, run some off-ball action, and get their bigs matched up with the Dolphins' guards. They did that so effectively throughout the night, and that helped them pick up the win in that game. Today, the Dolphins, not having to contend with that same size, have fared a lot better. That being said, the one big area that you know this team is looking to improve is the shooting numbers.
Yeah, shooting numbers for sure. Obviously, you're missing Kyra Rose for a while now, and she was someone who can get to the basket and at the very least get to the free throw line to score a lot of points. But want to get the shooting numbers up. Dolphins have been getting the open looks here as of late, but the shots not necessarily always falling. So looking to take some more high-efficiency shots moving forward here this season.
And obviously, it's very early in the conference schedule, just the second ECC game for both of these teams. But D'Youville coming off a really tough loss on Friday night at UDC, and the Dolphins obviously lost to Damon here at home. How important is it for these two teams to avoid that 0-2 start in conference play? Obviously, it's early, but you hate to find yourself in that 0-2 hole to get things started.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go 0-2. I think it's a little more important for the Dolphins, quite honestly, because these are two home games, and you want to take advantage of those home games before you have to go travel to Buffalo. The two Buffalo teams, they come down here, and obviously they don't want to lose, but you can give them a pass if they lose because it's a long road travel, a long weekend away. For the Dolphins, though, you're at home. You don't want to start 0-2 in conference at home to start the season.
Now, I may have to brush up on my geography, but I think this is as far south as D'Youville and Damon will have to travel this year to CSI and then to DC. I don't think they have to come any further than that, but I could be mistaken.
UDC is probably the furthest south.
Yeah, UDC and Staten Island I think are the two furthest south, but I could be wrong. I may need to brush up on geography. However, that will do it for the TLC Physical Therapy halftime report. Nick and I will slide forward. Edward will switch the camera over to our main feed, and we'll get right back on the call for the second half. All right, Nick and I back in our seats for the start of the third quarter. The Dolphins lead the Saints 30-22, and very quickly, that is Anna Jankovic getting DeUville on the board with the first points of the third.
Jankovic with a nice move there. Gets the scoring started here in the second half.
Abu Spair over to Masinge, back out to Abu Spair. Now Masinge on the wing, feeds Carollo. 10 to shoot, Phelan. Way too strong, but Carollo has the putback.
Well, we talked about it. Joe Carollo has been doing great things with the rebounding. Gets the offensive board there and lays it in.
Dolphins led in scoring now by Carollo with 9 points. Phelan with 8, Abu Spair with 6, and Jankovic is too strong on that 3.
Singay with the rebound.
1 minute gone by, third quarter. Carollo left open. Off the mark.
Just a little short there on that shot, but that's the shot she likes to take straight away. 3.
Fuglsang left open, in and out. And Carollo has another rebound. On the glass, Carollo now with 3 boards. This is Phelan inside Alarcon. Kick out, Abu Spair. She's looking, gives it right back to Genelise. Now Abu Spair for Masinge, 8 to shoot. Carollo into the corner, Abu Spair open. And she's short.
That was a great feed there to Abu Spair in the corner, who was open.
Good patience and ball movement by the Dolphins, and a nicely run fast break by DeUville as Jankovic lays it in.
Nice job there by DeUville in transition, getting 2 points.
Phelan. Bounce pass inside Alarcon. Carollo fakes. And thought maybe she was fouled, but instead that shot was stuffed by Jankovic.
Will go down as good defense there. Good defense by the Dolphins, back the other way.
Those active hands once again.
Masinge, of course, right in the middle of it.
Genelise Alarcon will take a quick seat on the bench as Oya Consola Oke checks in. Alarcon's been held scoreless today on just 2 shot attempts, and the Dolphins still lead by 6. And very quickly, a timeout is called, which will become a media timeout. 7:38 to go in the third quarter. Dolphins lead 32-26.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, got 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials, check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
And we are back from the tank with 7:38 to go in the third quarter. The Dolphins lead it 32-26. For DeUville in this game, Anna Jankovic with 10 points and 10 rebounds on 5 of 8 shooting. Meanwhile, Alexa Carollo for the Dolphins has 9 points on 3 of 8. Dana Phelan 8 points on 3 of 9. Phelan has 2 of the 3 Dolphin three-pointers. Carollo with the third. Saints inbound from the baseline, 20 on the shot clock. Feed goes inside to Fuglsang, and her lefty layup won't go. And Oke pulls in the loose ball.
Good job there by Carollo to swat that over to Oke's hands.
And there is another turnover. This time the Dolphins, the guilty party. They have just 7 in the game. DeUville with 12. And at times, the first half was a bit sloppy for the Saints. They'll look to clean that up here in the third quarter. Jankovic swung it over to Gian Caterino. Her layup no good, and the rebound is knocked out by the Dolphins. Once again, 20 to shoot. Jankovic swings it to Fuglsang. And Carollo gave her a lot of room, but Fuglsang couldn't knock it down.
Fuglsang missing back-to-back shots now.
Abu Spair for OK. Phelan in the corner. Masinghe given space. And she's short on the mid-range jumper. Offensive rebound and the lay-in for Masinghe.
And it almost acted as if it was a self-pass there. You don't see Masinghe pulling up to shoot too often, so she gets a little closer with her own offensive board and lays it in.
Jab step in three by Valone Russell in and out. And Carollo pushes it up ahead to Masinghe. Now Abu Spair. Abu Spair, lefty layup, no good, but Masinghe tips it out to Carollo for three. And that is no good. Rebound by Valone Russell.
I think Abu Spair was a little surprised how open she ended up being down low.
I think when she realized where she was forced to go up with the left, as the Fuglsang three won't go. Abu Spair with it now. Masinghe for Phelan. Now Abu Spair inside, Carollo. Kick out, Phelan for three. Splash.
Downtown Dana strikes again. Another three-pointer as Dana Phelan continues her offensive surge.
Phelan has her third three-pointer of the game, and she's been shooting it well from the outside lately. Really the only Dolphin who's had the range over the last few games.
Well, you mentioned in our last broadcast, Joe, the Dolphins lost a lot of three-point shooters due to graduation. LaFaro, Lambert, and Phelan has really emerged as the top three-point shooter on this team.
And OK rejects that shot. There was no shot clock violation, and Masinghe was fouled in pursuit of the rebound.
Well, nice job there by OK and Masinghe. Dolphins ball.
Abu Spair will bring it up with just over 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Dolphin lead now 11 points. Carollo, bounce pass, Phelan. Too strong. And the Saints will look to run. Gian Caterino can't finish. Put back up and in by Fedor.
Nice job by Fedor there to follow through on that play.
Saints back to within single digits. Abu Spair had it knocked away, and we will stay here. It remains Dolphins ball.
And we will have a timeout.
And that will send us to our media timeout inside of 5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Our score, Staten Island 37, D'Youville 28.
Dolphins fans, want to stay connected with everything happening at the College of Staten Island? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch all the live streams, exclusive behind-the-scenes tours, the latest episodes of CSI Today Talks, student film showcases, and so much more new programming. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now at youtube.com/College of Staten Island, or scan the QR code on the screen and stay in the loop with everything CSI.
Back here in the tank, Nick Durst on the call. And Abusper inbounds to Masinge, back to Abusper. Abusper with a nice spin move off the rim, no good. Phelan comes away with the rebound. Carollo back to Phelan. Phelan from downtown, off the mark. And Masinge nearly gets the steal. That ball ends up going out of bounds. Uville now to inbound. Abusper with some great defense. Rollman knocks down the shot. Nice shot attempt there from her. 37-31 game. Masinge to Phelan, who's double teamed. Dribbles out of it. Gets it to Abusper at the top of the key. Abusper inside to OK. OK under the rim. Reverse, no good. Fedor to move the ball around here. And back to Fedor again. To Fuglsang. Fuglsang moves over to Rollman. Rollman, another shot attempt. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Abusper. And that pass is broken up. Out of bounds off to Uville. Alacon's going to check back in. Okay to sit. Abusper to sit as well as Fuller checks in. Alacon off the inbound pass from Fuller. Count it. Friendly rim roll there. And the bucket. And now back the other way is Uville. Rollman kicks it to Fuglsang. Fuglsang shot off the mark, rebounded by Carollo.
All right, Nick, I'm back. I had to venture across the gym and check in on our sound system.
Further trip than ever now. You have to go down the stairs.
Yep, I can't just walk across the center court line during the timeouts anymore. This is Fuller on the kick out from Alarcon. Now Masinge open again for the mid-range jumper, no good. And Jankovic has the rebound.
We might have to call the game from the stands across the way, so it's an easier trip for you down to the court.
That is true. We could do that. But don't give me any ideas. I'm already frustrated enough that we're up here. That lay-in is good off the window by Costolarier. And with that, the Saints are within 6.
Let's call the game from under the basket where the cheerleaders are.
At this point, why not? If the electric works, why not?
Probably a compliance issue.
It just might be, especially with the backdrop. Carollo out to Fuller. Open 3. Splash.
Mamma mia! Knock it down to 3. Fuller for 3.
Well, that's a new one. Mia succeeding Gia with that call. Ball back up top. Ruhlman looking. Now on the wing. Costolarier feeds inside. Fedor with her back to the basket. She had it poked away, and Masinge has the steal. Fuller for Phelan. Phelan crosses over, feeds Fuller. Now Masinge inside Alarcon. Genelise quickly doubled, avoids it, and was blocked on the reverse.
She went down hard there as well.
Good defense by the Saints. And Masinge is whistled for the blocking foul. That's Masinge's first and just the team's first.
Dolphins have played very disciplined this afternoon, Joe, despite their great defense.
And that's often challenging when you're playing the kind of swarming defense and you're aggressive in the passing lanes, you're willing to sacrifice the body to draw a charge. It does lend itself to some more fouls, and the Dolphins have done a really good job not getting into foul trouble despite that brand of defense.
Coach Sarcone has to be pleased with the way her team has bounced back this afternoon so far after Friday night.
Fedor will shoot. And the basket, Nick, was counted?
I don't know how it could be on a blocking foul.
Well, she was going up, but I thought the shot came well after the contact. So you can count that basket and one. One free throw was awarded. Fedor made it. And once again, it's a 6-point game with 1 minute to go in the third. As I mentioned earlier, the Saints played a close one on Friday as well. Alarcon a bit short.
Well, if you're the Dolphins, sending Alarcon to the free throw line, never a bad thing. One of the best free throw shooters in the country.
Alarcon's free throw good. Dolphins back in front by 7. And Genelise cannot connect on the second.
.50 seconds left in the third quarter.
Alarcon with a steal. She did a great job there in the passing lane, and Genelise opened the season with a consecutive game streak of at least 3 steals. I think she made it 4 games with at least 3 steals.
Well, Joe, at some point you'll have to check the record books to see where she is as far as steals and blocks all time.
That typically happens in the summer as Alarcon is doubled again, works away from it, and gets the roll on the hook shot.
That was a really high level of difficulty basket by Alarcon that she made look easy.
And that's something that's been so impressive about Genelise during her time with the program. Makes the difficult look easy. Runner by Gian Caterino, no good, but the putback goes down at the buzzer from Caitlin Mankins. End of the third from the tank. The Dolphin lead is 7. Staten Island 45, D'Youville 38. Fourth quarter coming up after this break.
For me, just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I don't know what it was that drew me in, but after I started playing for a while and started seeing some early success as a little kid, to see how much it meant to my parents to see me play the game and try to make a difference was really what fueled me to keep playing and stay competitive. Being a triple major is not necessarily easy, but at the same time it is what you make it. Being a tighter-knit university, I have a lot of classes with the same professors, so they know me pretty well. I think it's that personal relationship that really helped me to thrive as a student. I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Start of the fourth quarter from the tank. The Dolphins lead 45-38, and they will have the ball first to open up quarter number 4. Fuller in there at point guard along with Phelan, Alarcon, Kirolo, and Weesey. Weesey for Alarcon, kick out. Fuller. Too strong. The looks have been there for the Dolphins in this game.
Some really strong ball movement by the Dolphins to find those looks.
Just 5 of 21 from the outside. And the Saints are now 2 of 18 from distance as that air ball lands out of bounds, and the Dolphins will take possession. Phelan for Kirolo. Now Weesey inside to Alarcon, and Genelise was fouled before the pass.
First foul of the quarter, obviously, coming 39 seconds into this one.
Substitutions for D'Youville here. 3 new players coming on, including Jankovic and Hall. Not quite sure who the third was, but I think 3 players checked in. The inbound a bit high. Alarcon reels it in. 18 to shoot. Phelan back out to Fuller. Now Alarcon immediately doubled. Finds Weesey. Kirolo to Alarcon. And that is some nice ball movement by the Dolphins.
Excellent job by moving the ball around. Ultimately finding the cutting Alarcon, who makes it count.
Jankovic on the wing, defended by Alarcon. Back up top, Hall surveys the floor. Now Jankovic to the lone Russell. 6 to shoot. Hall. Looked like she shuffled the feet, but she gets the lay-in to go.
She'll take the basket there to make this a 7-point game.
And Phelan got a fingertip on it after it was tipped by Gian Caterino.
Joe, it's been now day 3 of your weekend in the tank. Plenty more action to come later today.
Men's basketball coming up next, but we've had quite a bit going on this weekend. Had a doubleheader against Damon on Friday, a swim meet yesterday, another doubleheader here today. Jankovic, corner 3, short. Tie up on the rebound, and jump ball was called. Possession arrow favors D'Youville. The lone Russell was looking for somewhere to go with that inbound. Costa-Larrier on the drive, finds an open Gian Caterino. No good from 3, but Costa-Larrier has the rebound this time.
Big offensive board there.
Saints will reset. 12 on the shot clock. Jankovic attacks, and the lefty layup won't go. Weesey with the rebound, up ahead Alarcon. Alarcon with her eyes on the basket, instead kicks out. Weesey for Phelan for 3. Too strong. And the rebound goes to Gian Caterino.
Joe, I was waiting for the splash call there. Just rimmed out.
Jankovic on the wing this time, defended by Phelan. Now Gian Caterino looking inside. Swings it to Jankovic on the wing. Top of the arc now. Costa-Larrier drives at Alarcon, and she is rejected.
Generally shrugging it off like it's nothing, but a big block there from her.
Good defense from Alarcon leaves the Saints with 8 to shoot. Three on the shot clock now. Jankovic really wasn't going anywhere, but the Dolphins commit the foul.
Yeah, they bail her out there with the foul. That'll reset the shot clock to 20.
Masinghe and Abu Spair into the game for the Dolphins. Replacing Fuller and Phelan. Saints now with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Gian Caterino looking, and that's a bad pass, tipped and stolen by Alarcon. That one was forced.
There was just no passing lane there for D'Youville.
Masinghe up top for Weesey. Now Alarcon, mid-range jumper too strong, and the rebound is pulled in by Costa-Larrier. Jankovic, kick out. Now Valone Russell for Gian Caterino to the basket, stripped away. But Alarcon couldn't handle the pass or make the save. Tough break there for the Dolphins.
Well, nice strip there by Masinghe, but a little bit of a heater on that pass there, and Alarcon unable to track it down as she was attempting to corral it in and go to the basket.
Madison Haggett will check in, replacing Jenelise Alarcon with 6:20 to go. Abu Spair defending Valone Russell. Now Fuglsang. Gian Caterino uses the screen from Hall. 12 to shoot. Malone Russell swings it left. Fuglsang now back to the basket, and she's fouled. That's Masinge's second, team second. And they call it in the act of shooting?
2 times now on a foul. That the D'Youville squad's going to get free throws on what could have been on the floor.
I don't think we have a replay on it, but I'd be curious to see. I wasn't even thinking.
5-point game now after both those free throws are buried.
Saints within 2 scores. Dolphins will look to make it a 3-possession game again right here. Kirolo fakes, drives, and can't get the bank shot to go. Rebound pulled in by Gian Caterino, and now Saints can make this a 1-possession game.
Phelan getting set to check back in.
And that ball fumbled by Hall. Here comes Abu Spare the other way. Amber, floater, short, but she has her own miss. Lost it. It's loose on the floor, and the Saints have it. Here comes D'Youville the other way. 5 minutes to play. D'Youville will slow it down. Now Malone Russell thought about the 3. Gian Caterino inside for Hall. That's a good pass. The shot no good. And Hall draws a foul on the second try.
And now this could become a 1-possession game after these free throws. And Wall has some substitutions as Phelan and Alarcon are going to check back in. And we'll also have a timeout.
4:58 to go, 4th quarter. Media timeout from the tank. The Dolphins lead 5 points. Our score, Staten Island 47, D'Youville 42.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Under 5 minutes to play from the College of Staten Island. CSI leads D'Youville 47-42. Allie Hall at the line for 2 big free throws. And she banks in the first. D'Youville now within 4. This next free throw can make it a 1-possession game. And that is off to the left by quite a bit. Alarcon secured the rebound. Fortunately, he was able to keep it in bounds. Dolphins maintain the 2-possession lead they had. And we'll look to add to it here.
Well, this is crunch time. Alarcon and Phelan back in. Coach Sarko not taking any chances.
And Amber Abu-Spare knocks down another big shot. Pull up goes down, and the Dolphins lead by 6.
Big shot there by Abu-Spare. I see her work on that all the time in practice.
Feed goes inside for Hall. Hall right at Alarcon, lays it in with the left.
Great job there by Hall, taking it to Alarcon and laying it in. Still a 4-point game.
Good strong move there by Hall. Abu-Spare now. Uses the Alarcon screen. Pull-up jumper. Short. And the rebound is pulled in by Fuglsang. Malone Russell defended by Abu Spair. Now Fuglsang. Gian Caterino drives. Scoop layup off the window and in.
Tough shot. Nice finish.
2-point game now. Just over 3.5 to play. Pressure mounting on the Dolphins here. Phelan had Abu Spair in the corner. This is Alarcon up top. Phelan. Splash.
Downtown Dana for 3. I sound like a broken record right now, Joe. She just keeps taking them and keeps making them.
Speaking of big shots, how about that one? Dolphins go back in front by 5. Fuglsang on the step back, and she buries it.
Trading shots now all around.
Fuglsang shooting really poorly in this game, but that is as big a shot as the Saints have hit thus far. The deficit now 3 for D'Youville. Phelan on the pull-up, too strong. Abu Spair has the rebound. Alarcon one-on-one, works against Hall. Lefty layup goes down, counts the basket, and one.
Joe, how many times have we seen that from Alarcon where she gets the ball underneath and as she's spinning towards the basket, lays it up and in and gets fouled?
And she is forced to make her move so quickly in a situation like that. She caught the ball, and immediately the double team was on its way. Alarcon spins away from it and finishes with the left hand.
Excellent job by her.
Free throw won't go, and it remains a 5-point game. Two and a half to play. Jankovic outside. Ruhlman dribbles to her left. Fuglsang was open. Instead drives. Pull-up jumper rattles in, and it's a 3-point game.
D'Youville will not go away quietly. 3-point game as they continue to score here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this one.
Alarcon fouled on the entry pass. That is the 3rd Saints team foul. Dolphins will inbound with 20 to shoot, 2:11 remaining in the game. They lead it by 3. Alarcon outside for Abu Spair. Now Phelan open. And she rattles in another.
Well, Joe, I don't know if we're going to have a post-game interview up here, but if we were, I think Dana's a shoo-in for player of the game if the Dolphins win.
How about that execution on the inbounds play? That call had to have come from the bench. The Dolphins execute perfectly. And their 6-point lead will stand as Fuglsang's 3 misses. Jankovic is rejected by Alarcon, and CSI has the board.
What a block.
Timeout, Dolphins. With 91 seconds remaining in this game, we will stay right here. Make that 97 seconds. And that's another disadvantage of being up here, Nick. The scoreboard's partially obstructed.
Well, how about Dana Phelan shooting threes right now, Joe? This is just unbelievable, and she's going to be getting a nomination for the ECC Player of the Week.
Phelan has had herself quite the weekend here at the Tank. Scored 23 on Friday night, has 17 in this game, including 5 of 12 from beyond the arc. It's not often you see a Dolphin shooter get that kind of volume.
No, but the shot attempts are there. They're easy for her to make right now, so she might as well keep shooting them.
I think part of what's been so impressive, not just her overall efficiency from downtown, but the range that she has demonstrated, shooting from well beyond the arc. And then, of course, in clutch moments, hitting those shots becomes that much harder. She's come through.
Absolutely. And the confidence has been key. That's for sure, Joe. Very confident in her shot right now.
Sure is, and with good reason. Dolphins lead it by 2 scores once again, 57-51. And they will inbound from directly alongside their bench. Abu Spair has it. Taking her time. They screen for Phelan off the ball. Now Amber uses the screen from Alarcon. Picks up her dribble. Phelan with 6 to shoot. Inside for Alarcon. And she is fouled. The Dolphins were going to get a quality look there if that pass gets through. That is the 4th team foul on D'Youville. which honestly, Nick, might hurt them as the Dolphins can now take another 20 seconds off the clock.
We'll see, yeah, unless they go for the foul instantly.
No reason to do that here. I think you have to play this one out. And then you try and go 2 for 1 with a 3.
2-possession game right now, so play it out.
We see the inbounder. Has Alarcon, now Abu Spair. Dolphins will take their time here. They lead it by 6. 1:10 to go. Kirolo for Abu Spair. Abu Spair to the rim, lefty layup, and a foul is called. And once again, the Dolphins will head to the line.
Abu Spair seems a little shaken up, holding her right leg after that, came up hobbling. We'll see if that impacts her free throw attempts.
I think she bumped knees with somebody as she went up with that shot. Meanwhile, Allie Hall has just fouled out of the game. That was her 5th. Right now, she's the only player with more than 3 personal fouls, but her day is done. And Nick, she was a big part of the Saints' run back into this game.
Yeah, she had a nice run there offensively. And big loss for to Uval here the last minute and 4 seconds in this game.
2 free throws coming up for Abu Spair. And the first is good. That one gives the Dolphins the all-important 3-possession lead in this game. And the Dolphins now lead it by 8.
Big free throws there by Amber, who has her family here right in front of us.
Saints will have to work quickly now. Ruhlman shot, no good. And a foul was called against the Dolphins underneath. That is just the 4th team foul, so no free throws yet.
51.4 left to this one. It appears like the Dolphins are going to win this one, but we'll see as the Saints are going to call a timeout here.
To stay alive, the Saints are going to need a basket, and they're going to need it quickly. And they will try and diagram something during this timeout. So the Saints will talk it over. 51.4 to go. And Nick, obviously we talked about the Dolphins getting off to a stronger start in this game, and that's really paid off for them in a big way down the stretch. They built the lead in the first half. That lead has managed to stand all the way now through the final 51 seconds.
Yeah, right now it looks like a wire-to-wire win. Usually have to use a lot of energy to get back into the games and then win coming from behind. But when they're able to put up some big points in the first half, this team can usually carry their momentum to the finish line.
The Saints are already back out on the floor. The Dolphins break huddle and will join them. 51.4 to go. D'Youville needs a quick basket. Jankovic uses the screen. Fuglsang in the corner, drives baseline, kick out, 3-pointer on its way, and that is good. Ruhlman knocks it down, and it's a 5-point game. Timeout, Staten Island.
They needed that. Got a question, though, Joe, if they took a little too much time off the clock, but ultimately they got the open look. 5-point game now. It's going to come down to free throws here with the Dolphins. So you want to certainly try to get the ball in the hands of Abu Spair, Alarcon, or Phelan here off the inbound.
On that possession, D'Youville took just 9 seconds, and they get a 3. So I think they will happily take that. And now the Dolphins will talk things over. D'Youville, trailing by 2 scores, has to foul here. They can't leave 12 seconds. So the Dolphins now perhaps will talk over who's going to receive the inbound pass and where they will look to go with the basketball.
Yeah, interested to see who's going to be inbounding the basketball as well. A lot of times on the side inbounds here underneath, we might see, off a timeout anyway, Abu Spair inbounding it, but you probably want to maybe not have that here because she's one of the better free throw shooters.
Well, obviously, if you're looking at it in terms of percentages, we had the conversation last game, or perhaps 2 games ago, but Alarcon leads the team in free throw shooting percentage-wise. So if you have a choice, that's probably where you want to go with the ball. Phelan will be the inbounder.
Dolphins can go into the backcourt.
And they get it to Alarcon, no problem. Now Wiese retreats toward our own bench, and the Saints are going to play this out.
Interesting. Dolphins go.
Oh, they foul there.
Dolphins got what, like 10 seconds?
What were they waiting
9
for?
seconds off the clock. Guess they're going to get the steal. I'm not sure.
All I can think of is perhaps they didn't want to send Alarcon to the line, but even then.
Right, but once Weesey had the ball.
Yeah, even then, they allowed Weesey to retreat to the bench. So
And I would think you'd probably want Weesey at the free throw line just because of the lack of volume of shots he usually takes from there.
I agree with you. Abu Zubair's free throw too strong, and now the door is open. Regardless of whether or not Amber makes this, it remains a two-possession game.
Right. And Dolphins do have a foul that they could give, but that's going to send D'Youville to the line.
And Abu Zubair goes 0 for 2. Timeout D'Youville, and just like that, the Saints are very much alive. They do not need a three.
Who are we to question Coach Kelly Broderick? Maybe D'Youville got the ball right in the hands of who they wanted it.
Maybe. Abu Zubair has not attempted many free throws this year.
Right. So now if you're the Dolphins here, you have to watch out for Fuglsang taking a three-pointer. But like you said, they don't need the three right now. But without Allie Hall, you have to wonder who's going to be the one at the basket, going to the basket with the ball.
Well, you have to think, in all likelihood, playing the percentages, the Saints probably would like to get a three here because if the Dolphins make just one free throw, then you would need 2 3-pointers to get even. I think you have to assume one make without a turnover, but with 31 seconds, if you can get an instant basket, still, according to the scoreboard anyway, with 2 timeouts remaining, you take that. I don't know if that's accurate. Have they not used a timeout in the second half? Could that be right? I think they did call one before.
They did.
I thought they did. But let's assume
they just called a timeout right now as well.
Let's assume they have one timeout left for the sake of accuracy. I think that would be correct, but not entirely sure. The scoreboard is what tracks those
Do our
timeouts.
live stats have timeouts? No, right?
Our live stats may. Let's see. I do not believe the live stats track timeouts. I think you just manually input when a timeout has been called.
All right, here we go. Watch out for Fuglsang trying to shoot the three.
Prior to those last 2 free throws, Amber Abu Zubair was 20 of 31 from the line this year. Under 30 seconds to play. Ball in the hands of Jankovic. She uses the screen. Jankovic over to Gian Caterino. Kick out. Fuglsang open. Too strong from 3. And Jankovic had the rebound, lost it. Weesey secured it, and she draws the foul.
Well, for D'Youville, you got what you wanted. You wanted your best three-point shooter, Fuglsang, there to take the three. It just did not go, and the Dolphins come away with the rebound. Now the pressure is on for Weesey at the free throw line.
Well, if you're Weesey and you make both, that puts this game away. 7-point game with 15 seconds to go. Saints won't be able to make up 3 scores, but a miss does leave the door open slightly. And there's make number 1.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what Weesey can do here on the second free throw.
And the second is no good. Saints will call timeout. And there is still life in D'Youville with 14.4 to go.
D'Youville takes another timeout. We were thinking that might be the last timeout now, but that could seems like there's one more left.
So perhaps they did not use one, and we were just mistaken. I thought they called one a bit earlier in the quarter when they were setting up a baseline inbounds play, but perhaps I'm mistaken. Either way, I think the Dolphins now are in an advantageous position defensively where you know the Saints need a 3. Priority number 1, do not foul on a 3-point shot if you're the Dolphins.
Right.
Priority number 2, do not give too much space as to allow an open look.
Right. And you know what? If it is a shot where D'Youville's going for a 2, you might as well be more happy giving that up, because then it's really going to be possible for them to win this game if you're able to make your free throws on the other end. Like you said, do not foul.
I think that's number 1. Do not foul on a 3. Gian Caterino drives the baseline, and an open 3 in the corner is too strong by Ruhlman. And Nick, if if you saw there, the Dolphins began to collapse into the middle defensively, and that left Ruhlman open, but Dolphins do not pay for that, and it looks like they will hold on to win it.
We'll see Alarcon going to the free throw line. 6 seconds left. This seems like this is going to ice it here if Alarcon makes 2 free throws, or even 1.
If she makes 1, that is ball game.
There it is.
There it is. So the Dolphins go ahead by 3 scores, and with just 6 seconds to play, I think it's safe to say that the Dolphins will indeed move to 1-1 in conference play, 6-4 on the season. The Saints will burn another timeout, but the time simply is not there for them. And Nick, this Dolphins team has displayed a level of consistency that at times has lacked, and you have to like seeing that from them. They lost a tough game to Damon on Friday night. They did not let that deter them. The Dolphins have lost twice in a row earlier in the season, but they do not allow it to happen again here today.
Yeah, great job today. Phelan and Alarcon leading the way on both sides of the ball. Fuller had some good moments as well. Masinge also defensively. It was just a good quality team win here to wrap up the weekend in the tank.
Dolphins did a lot of good things in this game. Once again, defensively, they were able to force 18 turnovers in terms of protecting the basketball. They turned it over just 9 times, and when you win the turnover battle +9, I think that really puts you in a great position to succeed, especially when you get the timely three-point shooting that they got down the stretch in this game, specifically from Dana Phelan. This is Fuglsang. No good from 3, and that will do it. That shot would not have counted, and the Dolphins have defeated DeUville University by a final score of 61-54. The Dolphins are now 6-4 on the season and 1-1 in conference play. The Saints fall to 2-7 and 0-2 against the ECC.
Well, tremendous job here by the Dolphins to salvage the home opener weekend as far as in conference is concerned, and they get the 1-1 split, and they come back here today on Sunday with a tremendous victory, and they're able to win. Stephanie is pointing for Dana to come up, so we'll get a post-game interview with Dana.
No way.
Yes, she just gave her the signal, so it looks like Dana's going to come and talk to us post-game.
Oh, boy. I'm sure she's thrilled.
We got the mic, Joe, or we got their headset?
We do have the mic, so what we'll do. All right, so it looks like Dana is on her way up here.
Come up the stairs, Joe.
All
Michael
right,
can
Nick.
film her coming up the stairs.
Let's get you the microphone, and Dana will join Nick shortly. And we are back with our TLC Physical Therapy post-game report. Joining us on the second level alongside Nick is our player of the game, Dana Phelan.
All right, Joe, here I am with the player of the game downtown, Dana Phelan, who's knocking down the threes with ease right now. How confident are you right now in your shot?
Pretty confident.
All of a sudden, Dana, you're really turning it on here. You're picking everything up with the scoring. What is going through your mind when you're getting the ball? Because you're taking the shots from really way back, and they're falling.
Just reps in the gym, confidence, and we need to win. And that's my job, to shoot the ball.
All right, so big win here for you today. Overall, great team effort. talk about the team's effort defensively, because you girls forced a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, defensively, we just had great effort, and yeah.
All right. Well, Dana, I know you're loving this. So you love being the player of the game. Talk to me. But I know your family's here, so go celebrate and go enjoy that chicken parm for dinner, right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, Joe. There she is, Dana Phelan, the TLC Physical Therapy Player of the Game. Back over to you right now, Joe.
All right, thank you, Nick, and thank you to our TLC Physical Therapy Player of the Game, Dana Phelan, for joining us up here on the second level. It's been a bit of a tumultuous afternoon for us here during setup, but we made it through, and we did bring you all 4 quarters of today's game between the Dolphins and Saints. We are ready to go for the men's game coming up next. Tip-off scheduled for about 25 minutes from now. So until then, this has been Joe Foreman alongside Nick Durst on the call. Thank you for watching. Once again, the Dolphins improve to 1-1 against the ECC and 6-4 on the season as they defeat D'Youville University 61-54.